The role of protein in muscle recovery. Opening hook. You just finished a tough workout. Your muscles are aching, your body is tired, and your mind is telling you you earned that sweat. But what happens next, what you do after your workout, is just as important as the workout itself. And at the center of that recovery process is one key nutrient: protein. Whether you're a beginner trying to get in shape, an athlete building strength, or someone pushing your limits daily, understanding the role of protein in muscle recovery could be the difference between progress and plateau. So today, let's break down what protein really does, why it matters, and how you can use it to unlock your body's full potential. Part 1. What happens to your muscles when you work out? Let's start with the basics. When you lift weights, do push-ups, run, or train hard, you're actually breaking down muscle fibers. This micro damage is completely normal. In fact, it's essential. It's how your muscles grow stronger. But that growth doesn't happen during the workout. It happens after. Your body needs to repair and rebuild those fibers. And for that, it needs the building blocks of muscle, amino acids. Where do amino acids come from? You guessed it, protein. Part 2. What is protein really? Protein is one of the 3 macronutrients your body needs to survive, the others being carbohydrates and fats. But while carbs are your main energy source, and fats support long-term fuel and hormone function, protein is the construction crew of your body. It's made up of 20 different amino acids, 9 of which are essential, meaning your body can't make them on its own. Protein builds and repairs muscle tissue, skin, hair, organs, even enzymes and hormones. When it comes to muscle recovery, protein is what rushes in to patch up those micro tears from your workout, making your muscles stronger, leaner, and more resilient over time. Part 3. How protein helps in muscle recovery. Let's go deeper. Here are the 3 key ways protein helps you recover. 1. Muscle repair and growth. Muscle protein synthesis. After a workout, your muscles are in a catabolic, breakdown state. Protein helps shift the balance toward anabolism, the rebuilding phase. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, MPS. When you eat protein, amino acids flood your bloodstream and are absorbed into the muscle cells, triggering repair and regrowth. Without enough protein, this process is slower or even stalled, and you might feel sore, weak, or see no progress. 2. Reduced muscle soreness. Ever feel that deep ache 24 to 48 hours after training? That's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. While soreness is normal, consuming adequate protein can speed up recovery and reduce the intensity and duration of soreness, especially when combined with rest and hydration. Part 5. Best sources of protein. Now let's talk food. Where should your protein come from? Animal-based sources: chicken, turkey, lean beef, eggs and egg whites, fish like salmon, tuna, tilapia, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, whey protein, fast digesting, ideal post-workout. Plant-based sources: lentils, chickpeas, beans, tofu, tempeh, edamame, quinoa, brown rice, plant-based protein powders, pea, rice, soy. Plant-based athletes, you can build muscle too. Just make sure you're getting a mix of protein sources to cover all essential amino acids. Part 6. Timing matters. So when should you eat protein? While total daily intake matters most, studies suggest that consuming protein within 30 to 60 minutes post-workout can maximize muscle protein synthesis. This is often called the anabolic window. Try to aim for 20 to 40 grams of protein after training to kickstart recovery. Part 7. Common myths about protein. Let's bust a few myths. Too much protein is bad for your kidneys. 2. For healthy individuals, high protein intake has not been shown to harm kidney function. 3. You can only absorb 30 grams of protein per meal. 4. Your body absorbs all protein, though 20 to 40 grams may be optimal for MPS in one sitting. 5. Protein is only for bodybuilders. 6. Everyone needs protein, not just athletes. It supports metabolism, immune function, and more. Part 8. What happens without enough protein? When protein is lacking, especially during intense training, you might experience chronic soreness, muscle loss or weakness, poor recovery, low energy or motivation, slower progress. You might be doing everything right in the gym, but without the right fuel, your body can't build what you're breaking down. The importance of consistency in protein intake. You might be wondering, okay, I've got the protein, I know the timing, but how do I actually make sure I get enough every day? Consistency is key. Just like your workouts, protein intake needs to be a habit, something you do day in and day out. If you only get your protein right on workout days, but slack off on rest days, you won't be giving your muscles the nutrients they need for optimal recovery and growth. Here are a few tips to help you stay consistent. 1. Plan your meals around protein. Instead of thinking of protein as something you add to your diet, start thinking of meals in terms of their protein content first. This way, you're not scrambling to get enough after the fact. Breakfast. Add eggs or a plant-based protein shake. Lunch. Include chicken, tofu, or beans in your salad or wrap. Dinner. Focus on lean meats, fish, or lentils to fuel recovery overnight. Greek yogurt with berries and nuts. A protein bar. Look for one with minimal sugar and high protein. A handful of nuts or seeds. Roasted chickpeas or edamame. These portable, high-protein snacks will ensure you stay on track, even on your busiest days. 3. Use protein supplements wisely. Protein shakes and powders can be a convenient way to meet your protein needs. While they shouldn't replace whole foods, they can be extremely helpful after a workout when you need to recover quickly. A whey protein shake is typically fast digesting, meaning it enters the bloodstream and muscle cells quickly, helping to kickstart recovery right after training. For those who are vegan or plant-based, there are plenty of plant protein powders like pea, hemp, or rice protein that offer the same benefits. Part 10. Protein timing. Why it's not just about after the workout. While the post-workout window is crucial, protein timing isn't just about that one period after you leave the gym. Spread protein across meals. Rather than loading up on protein all at once, aim to spread it out across 3 to 5 meals. Each meal should contain at least 20 to 30 grams of protein to optimize muscle repair and protein synthesis throughout the day. When you distribute your protein intake, you keep the muscle-building process active, rather than relying on a single surge of protein to do all the work. This is especially important if you're looking to build muscle or maintain lean tissue. Pre-workout protein, a secret weapon. Many people focus entirely on what they eat after a workout, but pre-workout nutrition also plays a role in your recovery. Having some protein before you train ensures your body has a supply of amino acids to begin the muscle-building process even before your workout. Try a balanced pre-workout snack that contains both protein and carbohydrates about 30 to 60 minutes before training. This might look like a banana with peanut butter and a protein shake, oats mixed with protein powder, cottage cheese with some fruit and seeds. Part 11. Protein myths and truths. There are plenty of myths floating around when it comes to protein, especially in the fitness world. Let's take a moment to debunk some of the most common ones. Myth number 1. You need a ton of protein to see results. Truth. The average person doesn't need an excessive amount of protein. More is not always better. The key is consistency and meeting your specific needs based on your goals, body type, and activity level. Myth number 2. Protein is only important if you're lifting heavy weights. Truth. Protein is important for anyone who's active. Whether you're doing yoga, running, or cycling, your muscles still need adequate protein to repair and recover, no matter the intensity of the activity. Too much protein will turn into fat. Myth number 4. You only need protein after strength training. Truth. While protein is crucial after weightlifting or intense exercise, even moderate activity, like walking or light cycling, benefits from regular protein intake. Recovery is a 24-hour process, not just post-workout. Part 12. How protein fits into your long-term fitness goals. Protein isn't a quick fix. It's a long-term investment in your body's health and performance. The results of good protein intake aren't always immediately visible, but they compound over time. Think of it this way. Your muscles are like a bank account. Every workout is a deposit, and protein is the interest that builds up, making your muscles stronger, leaner, and more resilient. Just like you wouldn't expect to build wealth without regular deposits, you won't build muscle without consistent protein intake. If your goal is muscle gain, protein helps you add lean muscle mass by repairing and rebuilding tissue. Closing thoughts. Fueling the recovery process. So the next time you finish a tough workout, remember that muscle recovery is just as important as the workout itself. Protein is your partner in progress, helping your muscles rebuild, grow stronger, and perform better with every rep. By giving your body the protein it needs, consistently, strategically, and in the right amounts, you unlock the true potential of your training. Protein is the foundation of strength. It's not just what you lift, it's what you nourish. Your muscles won't recover themselves, but with the right fuel, you'll come back stronger than ever. This extended portion can be added to the original script for a more comprehensive approach to muscle recovery. Would you like additional tips or even some practical meal plans to accompany the script? Let me know how else I can help. Advanced strategies for protein absorption and muscle recovery. Now that you know protein is key to muscle recovery, it's time to talk about optimizing how your body absorbs and uses protein. After all, it's not just about how much protein you eat, but how well your body can utilize it. 1. Combine protein with carbohydrates for enhanced absorption. One of the most effective ways to optimize protein synthesis is by pairing it with carbohydrates. Carbs increase insulin levels, which in turn can promote protein uptake into the muscle cells. Think of insulin as the transporter that helps carry protein to where it's needed most, your muscles. For instance, after a workout, having a protein shake with a piece of fruit or a chicken sandwich with whole grain bread can maximize protein efficiency. Include healthy fats in your diet. Although fats aren't directly involved in muscle building like protein, they play a key role in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, which are essential for overall health and performance. Additionally, healthy fats like omega-3s, found in fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, can help reduce inflammation and aid in the recovery process. Pairing protein-rich meals with healthy fats will not only help you meet your nutritional needs, but will also ensure that your body's recovery process is well-rounded. 3. Protein digestibility. Animal versus plant-based protein. Not all proteins are created equal in terms of digestibility. Animal proteins, chicken, fish, eggs, and dairy, are considered complete proteins, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body cannot produce on its own. They are also typically more easily absorbed by the body. Building muscle. If muscle growth is your primary goal, you'll need to prioritize protein in your diet. Aim for the higher end of the protein spectrum, 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. For someone weighing 80 kilograms, 176 pounds, this would equate to 128 to 176 grams of protein per day. In addition to increasing protein, you'll want to eat enough calories to support growth. Don't forget about carbohydrates and fats, which provide energy for workouts and recovery. Strength training with progressive overload is key to stimulating muscle growth, but the right amount of protein ensures your body can repair and grow stronger after each session. Losing fat, body composition goals. When you're cutting or in a calorie deficit, your primary goal is to preserve muscle mass while losing fat. Maintenance and general health. If you're not necessarily looking to gain or lose weight, but rather maintain your current muscle mass and overall health, a moderate protein intake of about 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight will be sufficient. Protein helps maintain lean muscle mass, supports immune function, and provides the amino acids necessary for optimal organ health. A well-rounded diet with protein, healthy fats, and complex carbs is key to supporting your body's long-term wellness. Part 15. My personal protein recovery strategy. Let's bring it all together with a real-life approach to muscle recovery using protein. Here's an example of how you can optimize your protein intake and structure your daily meals for maximum recovery. Morning. Start your day with a high-protein breakfast to fuel your muscles after fasting overnight. An example could be scrambled eggs with spinach, avocado, and whole grain toast. A protein smoothie with almond milk, protein powder, a banana, and peanut butter. By incorporating protein early in the day, you provide your muscles with the amino acids they need to get started with recovery. Post-workout. After an intense workout, your muscles need quick-digesting protein to repair and grow. A simple protein shake or chicken with sweet potatoes and veggies is an excellent choice. The shake ensures fast absorption, while the solid meal provides fiber and carbs to replenish glycogen stores and prevent muscle breakdown. Throughout the day, ensure you have a protein-rich snack or meal every 3 to 4 hours to keep muscle protein synthesis active. This could be Greek yogurt with chia seeds and berries, hummus with carrots and whole grain crackers. Consistent, smaller doses of protein throughout the day help your body stay in muscle-building mode rather than allowing it to dip into muscle breakdown. Evening. Before bed, consider a slow-digesting protein, like casein protein, which is absorbed slowly throughout the night. A bowl of cottage cheese with flax seeds or a casein protein shake can help repair muscles while you sleep. Part 16. Final thoughts on protein for muscle recovery. In conclusion, protein is not just the key to muscle recovery, but a critical part of your fitness journey. From fueling muscle repair after workouts to supporting overall health, protein plays an indispensable role in helping you become the best version of yourself. However, it's not just about consuming protein. It's about how you approach it. Ensure you're eating enough, timing it correctly, and combining it with other essential nutrients to optimize absorption and recovery. Active recovery and stretching. Active recovery, such as light walking, swimming, or cycling, encourages blood flow to your muscles, which helps deliver oxygen and nutrients, like protein, to aid recovery. Unlike complete rest, active recovery keeps the muscles engaged, promoting faster healing without overstraining them. Similarly, stretching and mobility exercises improve flexibility and reduce the chances of injury, speeding up the recovery process. Incorporating both into your routine will ensure you're not only building strength, but maintaining muscle health and preventing stiffness. 3. Hydration. Hydration is another often overlooked aspect of muscle recovery. Dehydration can hinder protein absorption, reduce muscle function, and increase the risk of cramps. Drinking water consistently throughout the day helps your body transport nutrients effectively and keep the recovery process smooth. Common mistakes to avoid in protein consumption. Now that you know the importance of protein for muscle recovery, it's time to highlight a few common mistakes people make that can hinder their progress. These small but crucial oversights can impact the way your body responds to your hard work. 1. Not eating enough protein. The most obvious mistake is not consuming enough protein in the first place. Some people assume they can simply rely on carbs or fats to fuel their workouts. While carbs are important for energy, protein is essential for muscle repair. Solution: track your protein intake for a few days to ensure you're getting enough. Don't just eyeball your portions. Use a food diary or app to track your consumption and make sure it aligns with your training goals. 2. Skimping on protein post-workout. Many people think that as long as they get protein throughout the day, they can skip the post-workout protein shake. Relying too much on protein shakes. While protein shakes are an excellent supplement, they shouldn't replace whole food sources. Whole foods provide additional vitamins, minerals, and fiber that protein powder alone cannot offer. Solution: use protein shakes as supplementary to your regular meals. Focus on getting most of your protein from whole foods like lean meats, fish, legumes, tofu, and dairy. 4. Overloading on protein and ignoring other nutrients. Protein is crucial, but it's only one part of the equation. Overloading on protein while neglecting carbs and fats can actually limit performance and recovery. Carbohydrates are vital for replenishing glycogen stores after a workout, and healthy fats support your body's hormonal health. Solution: balance your intake of macronutrients. A typical post-workout meal might consist of 40 to 50% carbs, 25 to 30% protein, and 20 to 25% fats for optimal recovery and performance. Making protein part of your balanced lifestyle. Protein shouldn't feel like a burden or a special effort. It should be integrated into your lifestyle so seamlessly that you barely have to think about it. Here are some practical tips for making protein a consistent part of your daily routine. 1. Meal prep with protein in mind. Meal prepping is a game changer. It saves time, reduces stress, and ensures you have access to high-quality protein throughout the week. Dedicate a few hours on the weekend to cook protein-rich meals that you can easily grab and go. Prepare batches of grilled chicken, turkey, tofu, or lentils. Freeze them in portions so you always have a healthy option on hand. 2. Snack smart. A lot of people overlook the importance of protein snacks, but they are a simple and convenient way to boost your intake. Snacks like hard-boiled eggs, protein bars, or cottage cheese with fruit can keep you on track without having to make a whole meal. Don't let your meals get boring. Experiment with new recipes that make protein the star of the show. Try protein pancakes, smoothies, protein-packed salads, or high-protein stir-fries. There are endless options for incorporating protein into your favorite dishes. 4. Track your progress. If you're serious about your goals, tracking your progress can help you stay on track. Not only does it give you insights into your protein intake, but it can also motivate you to reach your goals. Use a food tracking app to stay consistent with your protein intake and watch how it impacts your recovery and performance. Part 20. Building sustainable habits for long-term success. Remember, protein consumption and muscle recovery are not just about quick fixes. They're about building sustainable habits that support long-term success. The most successful athletes and fitness enthusiasts don't rely on extreme methods or shortcuts. They focus on consistency, balance, and gradual improvement. Final words. Protein is your partner in progress. So as we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on your current routine. Are you prioritizing protein for recovery? Are you making conscious efforts to fuel your body with what it needs after every workout? Protein isn't just a supplement or a fad. It's an essential nutrient that helps you unlock your full potential. Whether you're working on building muscle, improving endurance, or recovering from an injury, protein is always by your side, working to repair, rebuild, and grow. Make protein your partner in progress, and you'll see just how far it can take you on your fitness journey. Closing call to action. Take action today. Review your daily meals and ensure you're getting enough protein for your goals. Prepare a post-workout snack with 20 to 40 grams of protein. Experiment with a new protein-rich recipe to make your recovery process enjoyable. Stay consistent and track your progress over the coming weeks. Protein supplementation. When and how to use protein powder. While whole foods should always be your primary source of protein, protein powders can be an incredibly convenient and efficient supplement to ensure you meet your daily requirements. However, it's important to use them strategically and not as a replacement for whole food sources. Here's how to incorporate protein powder into your routine. 1. Post-workout protein shake. One of the best times to use protein powder is immediately after a workout. Your muscles are in a state of breakdown and are primed for repair. A protein shake with 20 to 30 grams of protein within 30 to 60 minutes of your training session can help initiate muscle recovery and protein synthesis. For a faster recovery, consider whey protein, which is absorbed quickly. If you have dietary restrictions or prefer plant-based options, there are also excellent vegan protein powders made from pea, hemp, or rice protein. Meal replacement. Occasional. In some situations, a protein shake can replace a meal if you're pressed for time or need a portable option. While it's important to get a variety of nutrients from whole foods, on occasion, a protein meal replacement can be useful. Choose a high-quality protein powder that includes added fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Tip: always combine protein powder with something like fruit or healthy fats to ensure it's balanced and satisfying. For example, blend protein powder with almond milk, oats, and some berries for a well-rounded meal replacement. Adjusting protein intake for different fitness goals. As we've discussed, your protein needs may differ based on your fitness goals, training regimen, and overall lifestyle. Let's explore how to adjust your protein intake to align with these objectives. For weight loss, fat loss with muscle retention. When you're in a calorie deficit aiming for fat loss, maintaining muscle mass is key. This is where protein intake becomes even more critical. Aim for 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, especially if you're incorporating resistance training or HIIT, high-intensity interval training, into your routine. Protein helps prevent muscle loss while promoting fat burning. As your body is in a deficit and burning fat for fuel, a higher protein intake ensures that your body uses fat for energy rather than breaking down muscle tissue. Tip: pair your high-protein meals with fiber-rich vegetables and complex carbs to keep you feeling full and satisfied throughout the day. Protein for different lifestyles and dietary preferences. Everyone's dietary preferences and restrictions are different, so it's important to find ways to meet your protein goals in a way that fits your lifestyle. Here are some tips for different dietary preferences. 1. For vegetarians and vegans. If you follow a plant-based diet, you'll need to be more strategic about combining different plant proteins to ensure you're getting all the essential amino acids. While plant proteins can be slightly harder to digest than animal proteins, combining sources like beans with rice or quinoa with nuts provides the full spectrum of amino acids. Great plant-based protein sources include lentils and beans, tofu, tempeh and edamame, quinoa, chickpeas and peas, hemp, chia, and flax seeds. You can also opt for plant-based protein powders made from pea, hemp, rice, or soy protein. For gluten-free diets, for those avoiding gluten, it's important to choose protein sources that don't contain wheat or gluten. Fortunately, many high-protein foods are naturally gluten-free, including lean meats, poultry and fish, eggs and dairy products, beans, lentils and chickpeas, quinoa, millet, and brown rice. Make sure to check the label when selecting protein powders or packaged foods, as some may contain gluten as a filler or stabilizer. For busy lifestyles. If you have a fast-paced, busy lifestyle and find it challenging to prepare protein-rich meals, Meal prepping and using protein supplements like protein bars or shakes can be your lifesaver. Look for protein bars that are low in sugar but still provide 15 to 30 grams of protein per serving. Keep them in your bag or at your desk for a quick snack. Making protein a lifelong habit. Ultimately, the most successful people in fitness are the ones who view protein as just another tool in their arsenal. It's about building habits that can support long-term success, whether you're aiming for strength, muscle mass, or just better health overall. 1. Consistency is key. Whether you're a professional athlete or someone just starting their fitness journey, consistency will always be the determining factor in achieving results. Make protein a consistent part of your diet and make it an easy, enjoyable habit. 2. Find balance. Protein is just one aspect of a balanced, healthy lifestyle. Pair your protein intake with adequate sleep, hydration, and a solid workout plan. It's about the total package, not just one single nutrient. Conclusion. Protein as a pillar of your fitness journey. As we close, remember that protein is more than just a macronutrient. It's an essential element of recovery, muscle growth, and overall health. By understanding the role of protein, optimizing your intake, and making it a part of your daily routine, you're setting yourself up for success. Whether you're a beginner, an athlete, or just someone trying to live healthier, protein will continue to be your key partner in achieving your goals. Now that you have the knowledge to fuel your muscles effectively, it's time to take action. Start making protein part of your lifestyle, because when you fuel right, you recover right, and your progress will follow. Take action now. Set a protein goal for the day based on your fitness objectives. Incorporate at least one high-protein meal or snack into your daily routine. Consistently track your protein intake and adjust as needed to align with your goals.